And greetings and welcome to the People's 2v2 tournament hosted by DPS. I'm Justin Check, and with me today is my buddy Hirix. Hirix, are you ready to watch people make money?
Absolutely, Check. I mean, we've got just a bunch of money here waiting to give away to just whoever can take this tournament away. I'm absolutely stoked about it.
Me too. This is the first ever tournament that is exclusively hosted by DPS and planned by DPS. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and talk about the structure real fast. So we had a standard 2v2 rules apply tournament. Okay, so you're just going to watch normal 2v2 play today. No conquest mode. It is straight deathmatch. That's something important to note. Race to 2 kills. All right. The map is going to be Courtyard, which is kind of where the standard 2v2 matches are played. Also, we had it opened up to crowd donations, so anybody can donate to the pot at any time. Right now, the pot is at $250, and if you want to add to the pot at any time, you like what you see, you want to donate, go ahead and hit the donate button down at the bottom of our stream. The donations will go straight into the pot. Because this is a money tournament, we actually had an entry fee, so each team that played today actually paid $10 to go into the tournament. And all money for their entry fees also went into the pot. We want to give a quick shout out to Travis Friedrich, who so far is our high donor. Travis Friedrich from Ashburn, Virginia, thank you so much for donating to the pot. He has donated the most out of everybody so far. But should be pretty excited, and can't wait to see it.
Absolutely. So taking a quick look at the bracket, we've got our first match of the day is going to be between Banana Assassins and Dragon Waterfield.
Okay.
So Dragon Waterfield is made up of 2 players that we haven't really seen much from yet.
No.
Banana Assassins, on the other hand, we do know one of those players, Sicilian Defense. He's actually someone that you guys actually play with, I believe.
Yep, we've seen him play as well in the Misspedia events. His team actually got 3rd place, I believe, in one of the most recent Misspedia events. So shout out to Sicilian Defense on Banana's Assassins. But I can't wait to see Dragon Waterfield play. I haven't ever seen them play before, so it should be an exciting first match. But look at round 2. Round 2 is stacked. Okay, we've got 3 of the top teams in the bracket. First of all, our 1 seed, Outplayed by Children. Backpack and Nas are representing them today. Winners of the Tournament of Legend 2, North American Tournament of Legend 2.
Yep.
Outplayed by Children, repping the top side of the bracket. Then down at the bottom, we've got Hibba. Hibba from Cheese Mode.
And you can't forget about Skovex,
You can't forget about Skovex.
And now that the class is viable, it's going to be real. It's going to be real.
So, again, winners of the Tournament of Legends 2 Europe bracket. Basically the one B seed.
Just Hibba, but yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got, let's see here, generic team name. I'm sorry. Generic team name is actually members of Japan, Thailand, Croatia.
So that's actually someone we saw in the qualifier when we hosted it. So those are some familiar names there for sure.
So again, this is going to be double elimination. So we're going to be able to see each team play at least twice. But I'm ready to see some matches. Are you?
I'm absolutely ready to start seeing some matches.
All right, let's go ahead and cut to our first match, which is going to feature Banana Assassins versus Dragon Waterfield.
Let's hop right into it.
And we're just waiting for one member of the blue team, DWF, to go ahead and join.
So the person playing with Sicilian is actually, I do know this person. It's Snuffles. Plays Thief, known for the 20066 build that she has ran for quite some time now.
Okay.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they perform
he's
together.
Pretty high on the solo queue leaderboard too right now. I think when I looked him up, he was actually rank 8. I want to say.
And interesting enough, I mean, I don't mean to get all soap opera on you, but interesting enough, I think Morph and her have a thing.
Really?
I think so.
Really?
I think so.
Oh, that's.
But we can just move on. We can just move on.
You know what?
We
put that out there for the community to look into.
Yeah.
I think the community needs to look into that. Examine Morpheus's love life, please.
Yeah.
Go ahead and look at that.
Yeah. For sure.
All right. So we got the second member of DWF in. Let's go ahead and look at the builds. I'll go ahead and start with blue team. Looking over at the blue team builds, we'll start with Valor. He is playing NG, going with the Rabbit Amulet. Runes of the Balthazar, so we'll see a standard Condi build here. Pistol Shield, running with the Bomb Kit, Nades, Toolkit, Supply Crate, pretty standard. The traits being 60062. Then looking at Pizza, Warrior for DWF. He is going with the Hambo build with the Soldier's Amulet, Runes of Strength, Warhammer plus the Longbow, and we've got the traits being 00626, all stances down at the bottom in the utility. So pretty standard Hambo build. Go ahead and pass it to you to go over Banana Assassins, red team.
All right, looking straight over at Sicilian Defense here. It looks like he's running a typical DD build, pretty focused on survivability here. He's got the Celestial rune set with a pretty standard amulet rune set and sigils. Everything's pretty standard. We can just move straight on to Snuffles there, Wubwub's princess. And she's running her typical dagger pistol build that she's known for with the 6 in acrobatics on dagger pistol, something that we normally see with sword dagger, but she runs it on the dagger pistol. So we're going to have to see how that plays out in this 2v2 scenario. She's going to have a little bit more survivability, but a little bit less burst potential. So we'll have to see how it plays out. Let's get right into it.
All right, I'm telling the teams to ready up right now, and we're going to have our first match. Now, the way deathmatch works, if you're just watching for the first time, it's a race to 2 kills. First team to get both members stomped out of the other team wins the point. It's best 2 out of 3, and if whoever takes that match will be bumped down into the loser's bracket. Remember, this is double elimination, so whoever loses here is not eliminated from the tournament. They still have a chance at winning some money today. And the teams have readied up. Let's go ahead and watch the splits and watch the action.
To nail down your strategy.
All right, so looking at the 2 comps, first of all, we have to keep in mind that Pizza is very tanky. Running that Bruiser-style Hambo build. Sicilian Defense, though, is no slouch. He can hold himself in a one-on-one, and he's also pretty tanky. So looking at this, it's going to come down to the 2 bursty classes. Can the Thief get the burst down on somebody that's low? Can he train the Engie? And can the Engie dig out or dish out all those Condis and put the Condi pressure on the Thief? I think if the Engie is able to put the Condi pressure on Sicilian and Wubwub Princess, that's going to be hard for that team to counter.
Right, and both teams for a while there took so long to get situated and figure out where they wanted to go that both teams pretty much ran out of their swiftness. Red team had a little bit left.
But Valor's already gone down, already in the downstate. Valor, Sicilian going for the stop, but the banner comes out. Banner from Pizza, great play there, but Valor getting trained.
Valor's still under a lot of pressure. He could go down any second, and there he goes, and here comes the stop. It's coming, Shadow Step coming back, and there it is.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Perfect time to interrupt. Snuffles is
Wubwub's going down too. Wub is down.
Wub
is down.
Wow! Dead, though. It's done.
Got the res.
It's done. It's done. And Pizza is going down right here. It's done. And we're gonna see red team take first stock over blue team here.
Wub going a little low.
Quick burst ends it just like that.
But Pizza is down. Yes. First point goes to our red team, goes to Bananas Assassins. Wow. Not wasting any time getting in on the action. That's awesome.
Yeah, not wasting any time at all.
So it seems like they trained down Valor. Valor went down to a lot of AoE, I saw. And the first time, at least, he was standing kind of right next to his, right next to the warrior, ate a lot of AoE damage and just couldn't recover. Then they managed to get him up. That banner play was clutch. But just couldn't stay alive. Immediately went down again.
And not only that, but I actually want to point out that Snuffles went for a Shadow Step stomp, but perfectly timed from I believe it was Pizza.
Yeah,
it was Pizza. Perfectly timed, hammer stunned her as soon as she got back and canceled the flag.
Saw a lot of bad, badass plays, to be quite frankly honest, from Pizza there. That was awesome. So I'm excited to see the second round.
Absolutely. So
just waiting for the teams to get back in and ready up.
Let's head right back over to the game cam and check out what's going on in there. So we're just looking here. Both teams are getting ready to go. They're both in the spots that they need to be at here. We're just waiting for them to ready up, and as soon as they do, we'll start seeing them get their pre-buffs going. And I think that's one thing that they have to work on. We saw blue team, they were stalemating it for so long that blue team actually ran out of their buffs and had nothing to gonna go into the fight with. There was no boons for them to enter the combat with. Whereas red team started off, they had a little bit of like a quick pre-buff as soon as they engaged, had a couple of might stacks come out. They already had the swiftness, and little things like that can make a difference in a long engagement.
So I think they're actually debating right now if they want to switch up their comp at all. Do you think? I mean, would you actually switch up the not the comp? Sorry, their skills. Would you switch any of the utilities?
It's hard to say. One thing that is kind of rough for the NG and the Warrior team is that the Thief can put on a lot of pressure since it's aggro onto that Hambo because she's going to be able to dodge all of the hammer skills, and she's going to be able to provide a lot of blinds outside of the Berserker stance. Well, simultaneously, you're going to have a lot of CCs coming from the DDLE right onto the NG, who does not have stability. So
going into match 2, or going into game 2, sorry, I just noticed Valor did change. He swapped in the Elixir
But
S.
Snuffles is already down.
Oh my gosh.
We're talking about the game before. It's already done.
Sicilian going in for the res, but he's going to eat a lot of cleave. A lot of cleave coming out from both blue team members.
Sicilian's getting a heavy pressure now. All of the Condis on top of him. Snuffles is still in the down state. Sicilian is about to go down, and it's over. Just like that is over. 1-1. It is nullified. I did not expect this.
Wow.
I did not expect this at all.
Wub just getting smashed right at the start. Really hosed red team there. They're going to have to recover. Just a lot of AoE cleave. If a single member of red team goes down, they're going to the other member is going to eat a lot of cleave damage going in for the res, because all blue team is going to have to do is just sit back and cleave the body. So you know, a great match from blue team. Great rebound. Cannot wait to see match 3. So we're already in a best of 3.
So
in that third match.
As you were saying, we did see something change in between that match. What was that?
So I think honestly, I think getting smashed at the very beginning, Valor realized that he needed to add a little bit more survivability to his build. So he added that stun break and that invul in the form of Elixir S. So that I think will help him if he gets focused in the start by Wub and Sicilian.
Yeah.
So should be interesting to see. It's going to come down again to which team can focus targets and burst the best.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
I actually did see something that may have screwed them up. I think they were going for a little bit of a gimmick, that they were trying to have Sicilian, the DDLE, use an ice bow to lock down one of the enemies, probably preferably the NG, I would assume.
Okay.
And he actually missed the ice bow 5 freeze.
Oh, no.
Missed it entirely, and I think that's what set them up to fail.
Wow.
So we're going to have to see if Sicilian's going to go back, and it looks like he is. He's going back to the Cleansing Fire now, adding a little bit more Condi removal against that NG and that longbow coming from the Warrior. So both teams are ready. The pre-buffs are coming out right now. Let's go right into the game cams.
Let's do it. All right, so both teams going mid. Now they're kind of hanging to the left of the map. Going to be interesting to see which team. Oh, a stealth play coming out from blue team. They're right away targeting Wub. I think that's the best choice, to go in for the more bursty class to try to bring him down right away. Wub, you know, doing a good job of kiting, kind of avoiding the pressure there.
And that's what her build is for, and that's what we talked about with that 6 acrobatics. Tons of dodges, tons of ways to play around getting pressured. She can go directly into the short bow and just spam that 3 and get out of any situation that she gets herself into. So it was a great turnaround. Sicilian's taking a lot of pressure, but as you can see, with them pressuring Wub so intensely, they lost track of Sicilian, and Sicilian put some pressure in onto blue team, but here it is.
He's getting CC chain from Pizza. He's going to go down. Let's see if Wub can get him up.
Shadow Refuge comes out.
Shadow Refuge comes out. Great play.
And the heals are starting now, but the NG on blue team is going down. He's so low right now at 2% HP right now. And there he goes. He's in down state. How are they going to react to this? Lots of CC pressure coming out.
Sicilian is down as well.
And there comes the banner. The banner is out.
Gosh.
Snuffles is in deep trouble right now, so with Sicilian already down, and she's at low HP. And that could be it. 2-1. I'm calling it now. Unless Snuffles can bring it back with 2% HP, I have to say.
Sicilian has been completely stomped out. It is just Wub. Wub is going to have to engage and try to bring down both members of blue team if he's going to win this match for his team.
Under heavy pressure. Heavy pressure. This
just
could be it right here with the poison.
Kite
the poison
could
make it. The poison could make it. She could die from poison here.
Yeah,
and it's it.
She's down.
That is it.
Fantastic. That, you know, that banner play again. That clutch banner play coming from the blue team.
Yeah.
You know, Valor was the first one to go down, but Sicilian just ate a little bit too much AoE cleave there. And man, just the banner play from that Warrior just saved blue team and got them the victory. They're going to be moving on. We will see Banana Assassins one more time as they again it is a double elimination bracket, so they are now moved to the bottom of the bracket, the loser side. They will play the loser of our next match.
So we will see them again. They will
Yes.
have another shot at getting into that grand finals tournament or placing. So the next teams that we're going to be seeing here is Hiba and Skovex together. As we said, one player from Cheese Mode, the team that won Tournament of Legends 2, as well as Skovex. Everybody that's in the scene should know who Skovex is. Has played DDLA since dawn of time, probably. Yeah. And we're going to see 2 members of Japan, Thailand, Croatia, who were a pretty strong team that we saw in the qualifier that we actually hosted for Tournament of Legends 2. So 4 players that we're well aware of. So far, I think we've had some pretty popular players come out already that it's been pretty interesting to see, honestly, to see where everybody stacks up.
Yeah, this is, like I said, I think these games are going to be very close, very hyped, just like the last one. I mean, that was the bottom match of our bracket, and what a very well played hype match between 2 very good teams. I think we're in store for another very good match with Hiba and Skovex versus 2 members of Japan, Thailand, Croatia playing under the name generic T name. Yeah. So, like I said, I think we're just going to go from one tense match today to another. Can't wait to see this next match, though. Japan, Thailand, Croatia is a team that not a lot of people I think are talking about yet, but are really starting to emerge as, I would say a contender, a team that could push.
And there's a lot of teams like that. I mean, we had teams like No Clue.
Yeah.
A really strong team. I mean, I didn't even give them the credit that they deserved during our qualifier. I didn't know if they were going to make it all the way, but they made it a lot farther than I think anybody anticipated. You have Team Angelic Synergy, which was Team Holy in the qualifiers. We saw them in TL1. They upset a lot of pretty strong teams. If it wasn't for KPZ, I believe, blocking them out, that they would have gotten pretty far in that tournament as well. So there's those 2 teams. We have Japan, Thailand, Croatia, and those aren't the only ones. I mean, there's a ton of teams that we saw in the finals for TOL2 that are kind of up and coming. So it's been awesome to see a lot of teams gather up the resources, practice, get things down, and kind of put some pressure on these teams that have been dominating for so long.
Yeah.
So as soon as we get ready, I believe we'll be going right into the next match here.
I actually just misspoke too. We're actually going to see first. Sorry about this. I totally misspoke. We're going to actually see Outplayed by Children versus the winners of our last match. Dragonfield. We're going to go ahead and play that match first. So we're going to see Nascock and or Nas, as he likes to be called, and Backpack versus the team that we just watched, Dragon Waterfield with Pizza and Valor.
Yep.
So we're going to watch that one first, and then we're going to go see the other match that we just talked about. So let's go ahead and cut into the match. We are ready to go over builds. Now, we've seen Dragon Waterfield's builds already. Just as a quick recap, let's go ahead and look at them. They are the blue team. They're going to be playing the standard Hambo build on Pizza with the Soldier's Amulets, Runes of Strength, Traits 00626. Remember, guys, all of those clutch banner plays that happened last time, that should be fun to watch. Then we've got Valor. He's running his standard Condi Engie with the Rabid Amulet, Runes of the Balthazar, Pistol Shield, the traits being 60062, and the Bomb Kit, Grenade Kit. And he is going to stick with the Elixir S, which I think is the right decision there to help him with his survivability. Going ahead then and look at Red Team. Take it away.
All right, so we got Nascock running the same build that we saw him running for Tournament of Legends, popularizing that. It's just a really solid build. So he's going to be running your typical Terror, Path of Corruption build, lots of fears, lots of, it's some good sustain, you have to admit. Even though it's carrying, it has a lot of damage pressure that comes out, but there's still a lot of sustain because of the way that he plays those utilities, and he's smart about it. He's really smart about it, as we saw in TOL2. So looking straight at the traits here, we got 06404, which is what, like I said, we've seen him run for quite some time. Moving on to Backpack here is a build that we've seen as well. He's running 60044 with the Celestial Amulet, Runes of Strength, with the rifle, and the sigils on that being Battle and Intelligence. Reason being is he wants to get that swap burst a lot of the time. So those are the 2 builds we got going. Let's jump right into the action. Let's get these teams ready up, and let's get right into it.
All right. So we just saw a lot of strong play coming from Dragon Waterfield. Do you think they have it in them to take on the NA Tournament of Legend 2 champions outplayed by children. Which team do you think is going to get this?
I'm going to have to put, I mean, all this money in front of us. I mean, I just want to, like, get it crumpled into the microphone so you guys understand what's happening here. But I'm going to put this money right here. I'm going to have to put it on Outplayed.
Okay.
I mean, blue team, I mean, we saw them. They were very strong. They have great tactics with the banners, the NG, you know, being able to adapt to the situation. That kind of thing is really nice to see. But I'm going to have to put my money on Outplayed. So let's just get right into it. Here we go. We got both teams starting here. Neither team opted for a quick buff up. I don't think that either team really had any options to do so. But
yeah, and they're just sort of in the feeling out stage now that normally happens in a deathmatch match. Again, that stealth play coming out from blue team, but Nas goes ahead and puts the chill mark on them, slows them down. A great play by Nas there. But again, they're trying that stealth play pretty much every match we've seen them to try stealth up and get the surprise on their opponents. Looks like the Hambo is going to focus backpack. Good decision there, I think. No, he's going to have to peel for his teammate. Valor going very low.
The banner's going to be forced out very early. Lots of Condis coming from both Backpack and Noskok. There's a ton of Condi cleave on this. They've got tons of CC. Even with Endure on right now, the Condis have already stacked up on Pizza, and Valor's under a lot of pressure too. Noskok and Backpack are just controlling this fight right now. Pizza under a lot of pressure right now. Looks like he's going to be dropped into the downstate, and he does. Valor's going to have to try to pick him up, and I don't think that he has the ability to because he does not have that Elixir S anymore. Pizza is about to get up, though, but not fast enough. Had him at 99%. Noskok is at full health. Backpack at full health, and that's it. That's it. First game goes to Outplayed by Children.
You know, it's just too much Condi pressure, I think, coming from Red Team. You know, NG doesn't have a lot of Condi cleanses. It has its healing turret, but that's about it. So, you know, it doesn't have a lot of Condi cleanse that it can get out. The Warrior, besides cleansing Ear, you know, again, Condi pressure. They're just timing their Condis in the right way. They brought Valor down very quickly. Pizza did get the banner res right away.
Yeah.
Or after a small delay, but just, you know,
One thing I would recommend is a complete build change by Pizza. And what I mean by that is Signet of Stamina, Shake It Off, and Berserker Stance.
Really?
And I'm saying this to completely counter the fact that Noskok can just rip that stab and turn it into a devastating fear.
Yeah.
So if you take stun breakers and Condi immunities over the stability, it could actually prove to be better for his team because he has a lot less pressure on himself, and he can take that Shake It Off and help his teammate as well. Also, on the same token, the NG can also take, I believe, Elixir C for the Condi peels as well, and making sure that that healing turret is right where he needs it to be because that thing does clear good amount of conditions when it is activated. So we're just waiting for the teams to both ready up.
It looks like they're not making too many build changes. Dragon Waterfield Dragon Waterfield just said they are going to make a slight build tweak. It's going to be interesting to see if they took your advice, Coach Hearings. Let's see.
And we have the Signet of Stamina coming out on Pizza. It's going to be interesting to see how he decides to use that because, as we know, Signet of Stamina takes all the conditions that they have on them and just completely rips them off. And in the meantime, the passive is the Endurance Regeneration, which might help them to kind of get away from some of the damage pressure that's being brought upon them by that Condi Cleave composition.
Both teams have readied up, so that is the only change that I'm able to see right now. Yeah, Valor did not take
any additional
And not only that,
I just want to say one more time. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. He actually did switch to Axe Sword. Pizza did switch to Axe Sword as well to probably provide a little bit more burst. Something that I would not have I wouldn't have gone with because they don't have any forms of stability outside of Plague Form on Noskok that I'm aware of, and I mean Elixir S on Backpack, that the hammer would probably provide a lot more pressure than the actual Axe Sword, since they have. I mean, you're gonna see a big be able to dodge that.
Valor already at half health, going down, eating a lot of Condis
Tons
and Glens.
Of Condi
Tons of Condis coming
Valor's
out.
already going down. It's over for Valor right here.
Yep, Valor's down. Let's see if we can get the
under
banner res
heavy
again.
Axe pressure, though, coming in.
No, banner not in time. It is just Pizza versus both members of Outplayed by Children. If he wants to
and there's the plague
advance,
pressure.
he's gonna have to make a play here.
That's just too many Condis.
Yeah.
And not enough to do with it. They need to make sure that they get the early pressure out on the other team. and really puts some heat down on them to try to get them on the back foot, because if you let Noskok and Backpack control the engagement, they will control that engagement.
Yeah.
So
great strong play coming from the defending NA champions there. Nas and Backpack doing a great job. Just that Condi pressure too much. I agree with you. I think the switch away from Hambo was not the right decision.
I agree.
Both players on Outplayed did not have stability.
Right.
And on top of that, had maybe 1 or 2 stun breaks each.
Yep.
You know, just stay with the Hambo, stay with what you know. I think that was a panic switch there.
Yep.
You know, they lost the first match and just
and the thing is that on top of that, we also saw that the Warrior also popped stab and then is basically like in a situation where they're asking to be punished for it, because he has the stab out. He's not covering with a Berserker stance or anything like that. So as soon as he pops the stab, Noskok notices it, takes the Corrupt boon, and just turns it into a devastating fear that he can't do anything about, because now he doesn't have any stun breakers because he did not take Shake It Off.
And it was interesting. All 2 times that we saw, or both times in both matches, Valor went down pretty fast. Condi pressure just on that NG, they couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Again, I think moving forward, that was just a matchup in favor of Outplayed by Children. The Condi pressure game there was just too strong.
Yep.
All right, so the next match that we're going to see is the one that we were talking about earlier, Hiba and Skovex versus Japan, Thailand, Croatia. This is going to be an awesome match. 2 very, very good teams facing each other. Who you going to put your money on this time?
I'm going to have to put my money on Hiba and Skovex. I'm playing it safe today.
All right, no upsets,
I took some pretty insane bets last time we did this, and I just want to be right for once. Like one time, I just want to be correct about something, so I'm going to keep it. I'm going to play it safe.
Okay.
I'm not going to do anything outlandish. I'm going to say Hiba and Skovex have this. They have a lot of experience. Hiba's been playing for dawn of time. Skovex's been playing since the dawn of time. They've been playing these classes the entire time pretty much, and I think that they're going to be able to do it. Not only that, but they've also played together a lot in the past as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they have their cohesion together and stuff.
All right, well, let's go ahead and look at the builds. Both players, or all 4 players, sorry, are in the arena, so we can go ahead and look at what they're running.
All right, looking over straight at, we'll start with blue team. Justin, why don't you go ahead with blue team right there.
All right, so looking at the blue team, we've got a Condi Ranger happening here. Rabid Amulet with the Undead runes, going with the Sword and Torch. Interesting choice there. With the Axe and Dagger, running Spirits down at the bottom with Sikkim. Sikkim as well. But Sun Spirit, Stone Spirit, and Spirit Inner Nature. So that's an interesting build there that I haven't actually seen before. Let's look at the traits. Standard Spirit Ranger traits. So it's kind of a more damagey take on a Spirit Ranger, running with that Rabid Amulet. Then looking down at the next, the Guardian, we are going to see a Meditations Guard, DPS Guard. He's running the Celestial Amulet with the Strength runes, Great Sword, along with the Scepter Focus.
Taking Scepter Focus over the sword, we'll have to see how that goes, because the thing is, with Hiba running Rifle, that sword does a lot to provide a lot of extra blinding and a lot of projectile destruction, which could help them. But we'll have to see, because the Scepter is also a pretty strong weapon. It has some good sustained damage, so we'll have to see.
And looking at the traits real fast, he's taking 00626. So
going for a really weird hybrid build, it looks like, with the Celestial Amulet there as well. So we'll have to see how this pans out for them. I've never seen someone pull a build like this off, so it'll be interesting to see if they're able to do that. But let's head right over to the red team. We'll start up with Skovex here. Skovex running a similar build to what we've seen already with Sicilian, the only difference being he took Stone Splinters over the Elemental Shielding, which is going to be a 10% damage increase over a prot coming from the auras. Okay. Moving straight on to Hiba, who is playing on Babe, is playing pretty much an exact same build as to what Backpack was running, with a couple of variants. One being the runes of Holbrak, and the others being the sigils and a trait modification there with the turrets.
He is also running the Flamethrower, so that'll be interesting to see.
Oh, he is?
Yeah,
I did not notice that.
No Elixir S.
Okay.
No stun break on that build. But, you know, again, I don't think we're going to see too much CC coming out from the Guardian and the Ranger on the other side, so that might not come into play too bad for Hiba there. So the teams are ready. We'll go ahead and start the match whenever they're good to go. All right, so looking at the teams, you know, a lot of interesting play coming out from generic team name, Team Thailand, Croatia. Going to be fun to see how those builds work together, and are they able to take on Hiba, who is the defending member of the defending EU champs from Tournament of Legends 2 Cheese Mode. So, that, you know, testing out these builds against top
I just want to say, finally, a team is pre-buffing. Skovex and Hiba come through with a bunch of swiftness and 18 stacks of might. Thank you for finally pre-buffing in this match. Oh, my God.
18 stacks of might, that's going to be a lot of damage coming out from both of those players.
And with it coming with the Holbrecht rune set, it has a lot of time coming out on it as well. So we're going to see a lot of early pressure coming on blue team here with a lot of might stacks still on both Hiba and Skovex here, doing a lot of damage pressure. So we're going to have to see how Hiba gets away from their damage, because they're clearly going to go onto the Genji here. And we're going to have to see who Hiba and Skovex decide to pressure to kind of return the favor there.
You know, they were red team was targeting the DPS guard, that hybrid DPS guard at the very start, but he did a great job mitigating that damage and actually healing up. But he's going low again. He's at about half health. Man, this has been a fun first game to watch.
And I think what they're doing right now, Hiba is actually being incredibly intelligent by just kiting them around, forcing them to follow him through all of his damage, and having Skovex just provide a lot of pressure and a lot of support to Hiba while he does it. Hiba gets his crate down right now. They're trying to get the Guardian into the down state here. Hiba's just trying to stay alive, and the Guardian's getting incredibly low. We might see him go into the down state here.
Yes,
and
he does go
down state. And the Ranger on the other team is nowhere to be seen. He's nowhere to be seen at all. He's just standing there. He's immobilized. And there it goes. The Guardian is about to go down into the down state. He's full dead. He's dead.
Full dead.
It's done.
Ranger goes into the downstate as well. First game goes to Hiba and Skovex.
I think the major problem that we saw here is that they had a lot of pressure down on Hiba early. They had him on the run, but what they did wrong was they just kept chasing him. They kept following him out of it while Hiba was just tossing nades behind him, tossing stuff. Skovex was just following them through, dropping a lot of damage pressure behind them, and kind of peeling them off of Hiba.
I think that's key. I think Skovex did a great job peeling for Hiba, and that's high-level play that you don't see a lot in team queues and solo queues. Peeling for your teammates when they're getting pressure. Target the person that is pressuring your teammate and put some damage on him. Make him back off. And I think they were consistently able to do that for each other in that fight. Great, well played fight from both teams. Can't wait to see the next one.
Another thing is that I think the Guardian could have done a little bit better to use the Greatsword to its full potential. The biggest thing with the Greatsword is it has a lot of CC and a lot of team fight potential because of the amount of damage pressure it puts out. Not only that, but it also has like a good gap closer and a blind that I didn't see a lot of. I saw a lot of Scepter autos, though. Okay. Something that we're not... It's not going to get you many victories. No. So beyond that, the flamethrower did not actually come out.
No,
as hyped as I was about it, it did not actually come out. It was the elixir gun. We have been foiled.
I love when the high level players like to troll us right before the matches.
It's fun. It makes us look stupid. So it's thanks.
Yeah, thank you. You know, because then everybody in Twitch chat's like, oh my gosh, he missed it. He totally missed the elixir gun Twitch. He's the worst shoutcaster NA. And it's like, oh well, I'm sorry, it's my bad. You know. But, all right, let's see it. So, again, the might stacking coming out from Red Team as Hiba and Skovex are able to do those pre-buffs. They did not get, the 18 stacks of might off, but they did get the swiftness. So,
the
again,
minute-long swiftness as well. Not just any swiftness, but minute-long swiftness coming from just 2 players there. So, here comes the engagement here. It looks like they're going to be damaging Hiba again. So... Already, the Guardian is at half HP with tons of Condi pressure and almost no cooldowns to speak of at this point. He still has Contemplation. He still has his elite still to go, but he's not sitting in a pretty spot right now. Not at all.
You know, just on the flip side, I saw the Ranger Alquagans die, putting a decent amount of pressure on Hiba. But man, that damage just coming out onto the Guardian. The Guardian's going to have to be very careful here and not eat a full burst chain.
The Guardian is under a lot of pressure, and I actually just witnessed the Guardian under full pressure just completely burst all virtues out.
Oh no!
All virtues at the same time came out. I think they're just losing control of the fight, and they're just under way too much pressure. They're not able to take
All Quaggan's die is about to get bursted down into the downstate. He does. Skovex going for the stomp. Let's see if his teammate can get the res off. He does not. Stability stomp came out. Yep, Armor of Earth.
And that's gonna be game 2. It's gonna be 2-0. It looks like I'm doing pretty good on my calls now.
You know, you did.
I'm doing all right.
You did all right there. You did all right there. Now, who called the winner of the NA?
We don't need. Okay, here's the thing.
Didn't you?
We're turning a new leaf. Is what we're doing. We're turning a new leaf. Is what we're doing. None of what happened in the past is what we're talking about currently.
I don't know. I think you called.
I think what we need to do is we need to talk about. Listen.
Did you
we need
against him? Did you seriously think Outplayed by Children was not going to win? I'm just giving you flack. I'm sorry.
We need to talk about the other matches that we have lined up coming. So right from here, we're going to go directly into, I believe, the losers bracket, the entry-level losers bracket. Why don't you talk about the two teams that are coming?
All right, so we've seen both of these teams before. We're actually going to see the remnants of, or just two members of Japan, Thailand, Croatia, generic team name, going up against Banana Assassins. That's Sicilian going along with Wub Wub. Princess. So that's going to be our first match. Remember, this was double elimination, but now we're going to watch the loser side of the bracket. So whoever loses between Banana Assassins and generic team name is actually going to be eliminated from the tournament.
Right.
The winner of that game is actually going to then move on and play against Dragon Waterfield. That's going to be the second match that we see in the losers side of the bracket coming up next. Dragon Waterfield will play the winner of generic team name and Banana Assassins. And then the loser of that game again will be eliminated. Okay, so we're in the loser side of the bracket now, where if you lose, you're actually eliminated fully from the tournament.
Right.
So going ahead and going back into the arena now, again, we should see generic team name and Banana Assassins entering in there. Who do you think has the edge?
I'm gonna have to say that Japan, Thailand, Croatia, or generic team name as they're going with right now. I don't think they have their things together right now. I don't think that they have the same cohesion that we saw even from Snuffles and Sicilian in the first match. I don't think that they're at that level currently. I mean, don't get me wrong. They could come back and they could put on a show for us. We don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Okay,
all right?
We've got
$20. I got $20 right here. $20 right here. I'm gonna put it on Japan, Thailand, Croatia taking this 2-1.
I'm gonna put my $20 on the other one.
on Banana Assassins.
Yes.
So you think Banana Assassins is going to win? I honestly think generic team name Japan, Thailand, Croatia is going to pull this out. $20 bet. Here we go. All right, Fluffy, you hang on to that right there. All right, and let's go. Let's do it. All right.
All right, straight into the match. Why don't we talk about the builds coming out on blue team? Do we see anything different?
You know what? Just looking at the builds real fast, I'm going to look at blue team here. Sicilian is sticking with his Celestial Amulet, Runes of Strength. He is instead going to go with Staff, but no, he's just using that for the startup buff, I believe.
Yep.
Sicilian normally runs Dagger, so I would assume that he's just going to try to get some pre-match swiftness there with the Staff. Traits seem relatively the same. He does not have the Ice Bow. He's going to stick with his triple cantrip build. So no changes there. Wub Wub, looking at her real fast, same traits.
Yep.
Same
Moving
amulet.
right on to red team there.
Move right on to red team.
All right, we got the same build coming out from the Ranger, All Quaggins Die, as well as the same exact build coming out from the Guardian as well. I don't see any changes coming out from either side, so as soon as these teams are ready, we'll get them ready to go right now, and we'll get them into pre-buff and into the match and to start the combat as soon as humanly possible.
The loser of our bet has to put $20 in the pot. Okay, $20 in the pot. Right now the pot is at, I believe, $254 exactly. So we'll add $20 to that, and let's go ahead and start. You know what? Do not let me down, All Quaggins Die.
It's $20, and here's what needs to happen. I'm putting my $20 on a team that we have not seen yet in high tier competitive play. So I'm putting my neck out there for you guys, please. And with 13 stacks of might already coming out, a lot of pressure being put on the Guardian already. The Guardian under a lot of trouble. He already had to pop his Contemplation and his heal. It looks like both teams are just throwing everything that they can at each
coming
other.
Out from Wub Wub. Wub Wub is laying some pain down on both members of the red team, but they've done a decent job of mitigating that damage. But Alquag Zai is already at half health, getting trained hard by Sicilian. Wub jumps in, gonna go try for a burst play. I don't see it coming out though. Again, good damage mitigation coming on for the red team. Wub is now going low, might go into the downstate here. Just so low, only at 13,000 health, or 1,300 health, 1,500 health, getting trained still by the Guardian, able to get healed back up to about 1/3 health remaining, just a little less than that. But man, Wub is still hovering down at that really low health.
And she's probably
pool.
going to be going into the downstate here with that burn ticking. It's just ever present. But she does it. She's got the
hovering
regen.
hovering around at like 1,300 health for most of this match.
The regeneration that she got from Sicilian, as well as the regen that she gets from her acro tree, I believe it's pain response, gave her that ability to live there. And now we see her already going and putting in a lot of pressure down on Alquag Zai, the Ranger on red team. But there she goes, dropping in the downstate, but not before she got the Shadow Refuge off. So I don't even think that they see it.
Sicilian got her back
up, and she's going to have her heal in 1 second. She's going to be back in the fight just as anybody else.
That was fantastic play from Wub there, getting the Shadow Refuge out while she was going down. Just putting now a lot of pain on Alquag Zai. Let's see if blue team can flip this match and back into their favor. Alquag Zai is going super low here, very low, taking a lot of damage, but just hovering at, let's see here. Oh, went into the downstate, but Guardian right there to res, right there for the res, able to get the res up. Great play from the red team there. They were in a bad spot and they managed to recover.
And now Sicilian and Wubs are just trying to reel back from that, and I don't know if they have the ability to at this point to do so. Alquag Zai is pretty low, but everybody's just kind of trying to put in damage whenever they can at this point.
Sicilian just went into the downstate.
A complete cluster at this point.
But so did Alquag Zai.
It's going to be
Sicilian's
a race.
able to mist away from the Guardian stomp. Wub trying to for the Shadow Stomp.
I don't know why she revealed herself.
Interrupted!
She revealed herself there. I don't think that was a good plan. I don't think she meant to do that because she had the stomp ready to go, and she accidentally Heartseekered and revealed herself and didn't get the stomp because the Ranger just saw it and just and instantly just destroyed the flag there.
So generic team name is going to take the first game. Looks like I'm sitting pretty on our bet right now. You know, looks like I am one game away from this.
You know what? Here's the thing. No matter what happens, I still have this much more to go about. You know what I mean? So we can turn this into like all of this.
No, you're not getting my money. You're not. I'm too smart for you. All right, I'm making all the smart bets today.
But here's the thing.
I've already lost one bet on State of the Mess that I shouldn't have made. I'm being all smart today. I was telling Mila that on Skype last night.
I think that if Sicilian and Wubs can get their damage pressure off early, put them on the back foot like they had last time, and get it off a lot sooner and coordinate it, I think that they'll be able to take someone down into the downstate within the first 10 seconds of the fight, just as we saw Heba and Noskok be able to do with conditions. So we'll have to see. We're just looking to see if we got any build changes coming out. I don't believe that there's going to be any. Let's check into the game cameras right now and get the teams ready to go so we can get them into the arena here.
So it actually is interesting. Alquag Zai has dropped the healing spring. He's actually going to go with Troll Ignite, just getting that, just switching up his heal there. And besides that, he's going to stick with the Rabbit Amulet, same runes.
One thing, I'm gonna be really cautious about this, and I think that this might be bad for them, and we're going to have to see how it plays out, is that with this setup, with the healing spring gone, he lost a lot of condition removal, but not only that, but with this heal, Troll it's a good heal if you know how to use it. If you're popping it when you're at like 40% health, which you see a lot of people doing, it's not a good heal because at that point it's just a regen and it's not going to heal you enough. It's not a spike heal. He needs to make sure that he uses it early, or else this could backfire very, very hard.
It's important to note too that that's a heal over time, and you've got a lot of bursts coming out from the other team.
Yep.
So that's I don't know if that changes.
And not only that, with the lack of Condi peels that he has now, especially with the Guardian going full meditations, he can't get that poison off anymore.
Yeah.
So as soon as he gets it off early, he has to heal up. But with him already under a bunch of pressure and no Condi peels, he's going to be dropping into the downstate. The guard is already low as well. So I don't know if they're going to be able to come back with this. I think this was not a smart idea on their part.
He's down.
He's downstated right now, but the guard might be able to make it over. We'll have to see. Sicilian's already got the pressure
And
out.
they got the stomp. And they got the
is
stomp.
done.
All Quaggan's die is down. He's out of the fight. It's just down to the Guardian on red team.
And he's just stuck. And he's just stuck in his scepter. Just 1-1-1-1-1.
Oh no!
And I don't think that that's going to be enough.
See,
and
why
that's
would
it.
you? Why would
1-1.
you switch up your heel if you won the first game?
1-1.
I wouldn't make any
Here's the
changes
thing.
there.
It doesn't matter because we're 1-1 now.
Oh,
That's the
you're killing
thing.
me.
We're 1-1, and after a devastating defeat on the team that you bet on here, I mean, what do you have to say for yourself?
I don't understand why you would switch up your heel when you won the first game. All right, so listen up. All Quaggins die. You put your heel back to Healing Spring for me. Okay, and we're going to do this. We're going to power through, and we're going to win this bet, and we're going to make him eat our words, okay? And we're winning this bet right now, okay? So
I doubt it.
Yes, he did. He did. He changed his heel back to Healing Spring. That's my man. We got this.
And
we
I do
got
want to
this.
mention that both teams actually managed to get over 10 stacks of might.
Yes.
The pre-buffs. The
Yes.
pre-buffs are real. The pre-buffs are real.
It's all about the pre-buffs.
So we're just waiting for both teams to have both members in there. We'll go back to the game cams here, and let's take a look. I don't believe anybody made any build changes minus the Healing Spring change. The Guardian is running the same build as before. Sicilian's still running the same build. I don't foresee either one of Wobos or Sicilian to change. So as soon as they're ready to go, we'll get this started. We'll have the pre-buffs going. And let's make a little wager. Let's
Another
make a,
one? We haven't even finished
Who's
the
going
first
to get
one.
more might stacks? Go.
Are you kidding me? Well, it's clearly going to
It's
be
gonna
the blue
be blue
team because
blue
it just
team got it.
happened. Yeah, they
Blue
just
team.
got their
Blue team just
22
got it.
night stacks. Not pretty respectable, though, for red team. They got up to 12
22
as well.
might stacks, and it's got a lot of duration on it, too, so they're going to be able to bring that right into the fight if they get the pressure out early. Red team, I think, notices this, and they're kind of pulling back, trying to get those
Ceiling
buffs
going
to go
right
away.
for it, right for it. They're
Early
targeting the
pressure.
Ranger again.
The Ranger's already getting low. He had to pop his heel early, and he's going to be fighting back after this now. If they get more pressure out on him, we're going to have both members going down probably close to the same time because the Guardian's under heavy pressure right now, but he luckily still has his meditation.
My red team did a good
Still has contemplation.
Good job mitigating a lot of that damage. Though. I was worried when Sicilian went right in there for the quick burst. But again, the Guardian and the Ranger both did a great job getting out their heals, getting out their boons and mitigating a lot of that. Still not a lot of pressure going on to the blue team though, and they are focusing the red Guardian down pretty fast. I'd like to see a split here.
It's going to be between Snuffles and the Guardian, I believe.
Okay.
That is what we're going to be seeing here. The Ranger is taking a lot of damage pressure as well, just due to cleave because of that DDLE.
But both teams are just it looks like we just got two 1v1s at this point. It's
Oh my
just
gosh, Sicilian
completely uncoordinated.
Trained the Guardian down hard. Come on, Sicilian's going for the stomp. He does not have stability, though, and they were able to get the Spirit Res.
came out, but red team is still reeling from
So
that.
low.
I don't think that they're going to be able to come back. They're both just too low. They don't
Oh,
have the
Guardian goes down. Let's see if he's able to get him up.
I don't believe
No,
that's happening.
stomp
That's the
happened.
stomp, and the Ranger is about to go down right here, and there it goes. It looks like
no.
you have lost
Oh.
$20.
Oh, are you kidding me?
This is great. We should do this often. I like
this.
I like
This is
making
the
money.
sec-
This
you
is
know what?
amazing.
I don't like this at all. All right. Well, hey, good game. That was a fantastic game. I'm glad it went to 3 matches.
I just want to say,
or 3 games.
just look at his
That was
body.
awesome.
His body was like this when he came back. I just want to mention that. So I'll just put
There you
this
go.
in my pile right here.
I will be donating $20 more to the pot. So I believe the pot is up to 270 now.
I just want to say that these
$270
aren't single dollar bills. I just want to mention
No, we don't
that.
roll with singles.
We don't roll
No,
with
that's
singles.
not how we roll.
No. This is the screets,
Yeah.
as they say. So
All right. Well, let's go on to the next match then. So we've just seen Banana Assassins take a very hard-fought game against Generic Team Name. Generic Team Name, our 3 seed, has actually been eliminated from the tournament, and Banana Assassins is now going to go up against Dragon Waterfield, who they played again in the first match. They actually played.
so
in
we
the
could
first
see
match
a
today.
redemption. We could see a redemption.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
So again, that one was really tight, 2-1. We've got another great matchup coming up. The winner of that is going to move on, and then we're actually going to take, I believe, a break after this match and do our first gem giveaway. So we're going to have this match with Dragon Waterfield versus Banana Assassins. The loser is eliminated from the tournament, and then we will take a quick break to do our gem giveaway.
Right.
So, going to be fun stuff. Let's go ahead and get the teams into the server. Would you make any changes on either team here?
Okay, so as we saw when in the last one, in the last matchup that we saw, that both of these teams going up against each other, Pizza and Valor took this, Dragon Waterfield took this by making a couple of quick adjustments. It looks like Pizza is going to stick with his Hambo build, and it looks like Valor is going to be sticking with his build as well. So they're going to have a lot of good damage pressure, but not a lot of support for each other. I don't see them making any changes at all. It looks like Valor is sticking with what he's been comfortable with for the entire tournament we've had here, and it looks like Snuffles and Sicilian are going to be doing the same thing as well. So I don't foresee any changes coming out. However, we could see with the changes that Snuffles and Sicilian have made, with them being able to come into the fight with 22 might stacks, potentially 25, they could get there, that we might see a difference on that opener if they can coordinate. However, Red Team did take the fight last time pretty
There was a
solidly.
lot of like really good clutch reses coming out from the banner, from the Hambo Warrior. You know, that streak's going to probably continue. You know, you got to try to interrupt that banner if you're blue team. So, you know, it's going to be important for blue team to focus down Valor as quickly as possible and then try to interrupt the banner res and get that quick stomp. If they're able to do that, I think Banana Assassins might actually take this. But it's going to be a fun, very, very close match to watch, I think. We'll go ahead and tell the teams to ready up when they are good to go.
So we're just waiting for both teams to ready up here, and we're going to see them going into their pre-buff. And I want to say again, because I want everyone to get their pre-buff phase down, because it is so important. We see it so many times in 5v5s, and it's just such a big difference maker. But I don't understand why 2v2s people aren't stressing this enough. I mean, you see this in the GVG scene as well, that both teams want to get as many buffs as possible so that their cooldowns are ready for the engagement, but they are buffed up prior to it.
Pizza made a very interesting play there. He actually had the Warhorn out at the beginning of the match, gave his team some swiftness and a little bit of vigor, but the swiftness is already worn off. So not a lot of pre-match buffs coming out from Red Team. At the same time, Blue Team has those might stacks that we've seen them pull out the last couple times. Should be interesting. They're putting a lot of pressure down on Valor, but Pizza is going to go ahead and try to peel for his teammate. He actually did a great job CCing Sicilian off of Valor. They're still trying to, Blue Team is still trying to focus Valor, which I think is the right decision here. But Pizza doing a great job throwing out that CC and cleaving for his teammate.
And tons of pressure being put onto Valor right now. We're going to have to see the banner coming out, and there it goes. It's about to go down, but he got CC'd. I don't think it's going to be able to happen.
Nope. Oh, but he gets the interrupt on Sicilian.
It looks like
Sicilian's not able to get the stomp. They're just going to try to cleave out Valor. Pizza taking a lot of AoE damage.
That's a lot of damage pressure there. I do want to say,
wow, nice
now that
play
it
by
is
Blue
over,
Team.
I want to say absolutely fantastic job by Snuffles. Kept for the banner, interrupted it with the steal, and then put heavy damage pressure with that whirling axe ability onto both targets as they got close to each other. That was fantastic play from Snuffles, I have to say.
We talked about that. We said, you know, last time these two teams met, we saw a lot of good clutch banner reses from Pizza. And I said just before this match, I said, you know, if you're blue team, you got to train down Valor and then look for the banner res.
Absolutely.
Just start looking for it immediately and get that CC out. It just happened. It just happened. We just saw that.
And that's exactly what we were talking about. And it was a fantastic job. And you can see as soon as they got that NG down, it was perfect play from there, and they clutched it as soon as that happened. They knew exactly what to do. They had a game plan in mind. They acted on it. It was very easy for them.
So let's see if Red Team can go ahead and recover there. You know, that was a lot shorter of a match than I was expecting. I thought we would have a more bruiser style match going on here. Let's see if Red Team can pull it together and get back in this.
Let's head right back into the game cams and check out what's going on.
Red Team has already said that they're not going to change their build at all, so they're going to stay with the same comp. I think that's fine. I honestly don't think there are any tweaks that they have to make. They just have to be looking for that burst.
And Banana Assassins aren't going to be making any changes. I would say for the remainder of the tournament, for however long that they'll be in this tournament. Both teams are ready up here. We're going to have this match underway in just a few seconds here.
Pizza going to go for that Warhorn buff again. Again, it's very short duration on swiftness, but at least it's something. The Vigor's not going to come into play. It'll wear out long before they get.
Well, they're both 11 seconds, which is better than nothing, which is what they've been running with. So
that's true. At least they're getting something. They're getting something.
Exactly.
But man, those might stacks again from Sicilian and Wub Wub, 22 might stacks every time. They're just hitting that consistently. all those boons, and they're, again, focusing Valor, trying to bring him down. It looks like they're going to go with the same game plan
Sicilian
as
is
before.
already in there by himself. Valor's already low, had to pop the Elixir S just to get out.
Yeah.
At 50% HP already, but
Pizza
Snuffles had
trying to throw out the CC to peel.
Valor's so low right now, has nothing to do. He has no heal, and he's down, and we're going to see probably the banner get ruined again. It does not get ruined. They let it go.
They let it
now
go.
Valor's back up, and Sicilian is low. Sicilian's under a lot of pressure right now. We might see Sicilian go into the downstate pretty soon here, but Valor is also low, and Snuffles is right on his tail. Snuffles takes him into the downstate here, and we're going to have to see if Pizza can get him up, and it looks like he might be able to pull it off. There's not enough poison,
cleave.
not enough cleave coming out, but there it is. A lot of shortbow cleave coming out from the Thief, and Sicilian's putting a lot of heavy pressure on him too. Pizza is about to be the next one to go down right here, and with Healing Signet, no spike heal is available for him. He can't sustain through this, but Sicilian is really low again too, and Snuffles is as well. They might have turned this on him.
Blue team is, both players going down at the same time.
There's the stealth
Sicilian.
stomp. There's the stealth stomp, but she goes into the downstate. And there, M Pizza gets
my
up.
gosh.
Both of them are down. It is over. It is over.
And the GG has just been called by Sicilian, so red team is going to take this. Wow, what a turn of events here. You know, again, came down to that banner res. We were just talking about that. This time around, blue team wasn't ready for it. They didn't get the interrupt off. Flipped the match right away.
I think the biggest thing is that once they get him into the downstate, and this is a big thing that we see in any kind of combat, in any type of PvP, is how underrated poison is for people. I mean, if they had the heavy poison pressure down, I don't think that they would have been able to get that NG up. No. I think that they would have been able to put enough pressure to get the warrior off because they had him at 10%. Yeah. That's literally 1 second more of pressure, and he would have went into downstate as well, and they would have clutched that. However, now, because they didn't have that poison pressure on both bodies there, it wasn't enough, and they lost because of it.
That was an incredible match. That's why I love Guild Wars 2 PvP, is a match like that. The downstate being so key to that entire game. Both teams, I thought, managed it the best that they could. I mean, they were really trying to manage the downstate well, but red team just had enough to pull it out. Fantastic game. Can't wait to see game 3.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, the loser of this next game is actually eliminated from the tournament. The winner is going to move on to the loser side of the semifinals, and then we're going to take a quick break for a gem giveaway. So we are going to watch the last game of this match between Banana Assassins and sorry, I'm blanking on the Dragon Waterfield. Sorry, I was blanking for a second. Dragon Waterfield versus Banana Assassins. The loser of this next game goes home. Let's go ahead and look at the builds. Again, not seeing any build changes, so they're going to go ahead and start. 22 stacks of might coming out every single time from the blue team. Let's go ahead and look at how they're actually doing that. Why don't you go ahead and explain how they're reaching out with that might stack?
So what they're basically doing here is Sicilian gets that fire field down as soon as he possibly can, but he puts the Earth 2 from Staff in there as well to get that blast finisher, and then Snuffles just basically sits there with the short bow and just clicks 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
All those blast finishers.
For all those blast finishers there.
Yeah.
And that's basically the premise behind it.
They only got up to 17 stacks this time, but they're doing a good job, again, focusing Valor, staying with the same game plan. Let's try to focus Valor down first and make the warrior get that banner res early. Valor's sitting at half health.
He's already at 10% now with tons of condies on him. The poison's out right now.
Burning.
If he goes into the downstate, they're going to have the banner. And
banner. Yes, he got it out again.
They blinded Snuffles' ability to daze the banner, which was very, very, very good on their part. So we're going to have to see, with the banner gone now, there's no way that the warrior can get the NG up for free anymore. There's no possibility of that anymore. Sicilian under a lot of pressure, and Snuffles has no heal at the moment. So I don't know where this is headed.
This is close. This is going to be a great final game. Sicilian defense hovering at really low health, trying to heal up.
But there he goes. There's the water form. Gets the dodge roll into the water 2 for that Cone of Cold heal. He's now at 60% health. The poison is just too little, too late. Isn't able to block some of that healing coming out. But now Sicilian is under heavy hammer pressure again. And I think Sicilian's going to be the next one in downstate. I don't think that Snuffles is going to be able to do anything about it.
Valor is so low, though. Cannot eat a lot of AoE here, but just as a thief, doesn't have a big health pool. Can't go in for the res.
The thing about that
He's got the Shadow Refuge up, but just couldn't go for it. Too low in
Yeah.
health.
The thing about that acro tree is that it's really good for sustaining, but what is the point of sustaining if you're not able to ever get anybody else down? I mean, the point is to kill the other 2 members. It's not just to stay alive. So I think that that might have actually crippled their chances at taking this victory. So there we go. Sicilian and Snuffles, thank you for coming out. But unfortunately, we do have to say bye to you at this time.
Sicilian, I love you, man. Thanks for coming out. Snuffles, same thing.
Congratulations, though.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the team that we have never heard of.
This is fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic.
Dragon Waterfield. I've seen some great play from them all day. Can't wait to see them in the semifinals. So we're going to take a quick break just for our gem giveaway. Now, how this is going to work is when you get the word, go ahead and type #ScreenWipe. So we love our screen wipes here at DPS. So just type in #ScreenWipes, and the winner of the giveaway is going to get gems. So we're going to take a quick break and just type in #ScreenWipe. Okay?
Do you have?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you have a 20?
We're back. No, I have lots of 20s.
Okay.
I have lots of 20s. All right, so welcome back, guys. First thing first, if you guys like our music, by the way, we have a great team of musicians that actually do all of our music for us. They give it to us for free. Just go ahead and follow them down at the bottom. There's actually a link where you can find all of their music, all of their stuff that they put out for our tournaments. So just click them down at the bottom. You'll have their Twitter handle, their Facebook, and a link to their SoundCloud. All people that go to their SoundCloud and follow them will actually get access to the music. So you will have the music to listen to for free. So if you like it, go ahead and down to the bottom. Help our musicians out that do a great job for us. We actually have the name of the winner for our gems. The gem winner is No Name Noob 1. Congratulations. Go ahead and make sure that Trevor gives you your gems. No Name Noob 1.
And speaking of prizes, Justin, I want to announce something. We actually received an anonymous donation in the interim that we just had in the break for $100. The pot has increased now. I believe the total is at $370,
including my 20 that we lost yesterday. I think our pot is up to $370.
$370 total dollars right now. And if you guys want to donate to the pot, the donation button is right below the stream. And remember that that money goes directly to the pot. It does not go to us. It goes directly to help this tournament, this stream that we're having right here. And who knows, maybe we'll add some stuff to it for the rest of the stream.
Maybe there'll be some more bets.
Maybe there will be some more bets. I mean, I've got a ton of money here.
All right, so let's look at the bracket real fast. All right, so looking at the bracket here, we've got our semifinal matches. Now, we've seen the two top teams in this tournament, the 1 seed and the 2 seed. They are going to be playing each other next. We've got Outplayed by Children featuring Hibba versus Skovex. I actually found out right before we started, Hibba has switched to Mesmer, so it should be interesting here to see that match. Now, the winner of that moves on to the finals and has a shot at part of the pot. The loser is going to go down to the bottom and play Dragon Waterfield. Dragon Waterfield. So the loser of that match is going to go into a match with Dragon Waterfield and play for what is essentially third place. So if they lose, they're third place. If they win, they're going to go on to the finals in that match. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We've got Outplayed versus Hibba and Skovex coming up next. Let's go ahead and look at the builds real fast. I did mention that Hibba has actually changed to his Mesmer.
Yep.
Interesting play there. What do you think motivated?
And it's funny that you say changed to his Mesmer because the name of his Mesmer is changed.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was a great, fantastic pun that I did there. We're very big fan of our puns.
So Skovex is going to be running the same build. But if we look at Change here, which is Hibba, he's going to be running a build that he has been talking about to a lot of NA players recently.
Okay.
It is 66020. It runs 2 mantras, I believe, as well as a signet with that blink. And it's going to do a lot of burst damage and it has a good amount of CC because he takes that Sigil of Paralyzation. He has some good mobility with the Runes of Traveler, increasing his movement speed there. So we're just going to have to see how this goes. This is a build that not a lot of people, first of all, know about, and second of all, have tried to run. So I would be very interested in seeing this. If we look over now at Red Team, we can see that Noskok is going with, you know, the flavor that we've been tasting very much so lately, typically with our faces in the dirt because it has killed us so many times. And then going straight to Backpack, running the same build that we saw earlier as well.
So no changes coming out from Outplayed by Children. Very interesting to note here, too. I was looking at this. Hibba's build is actually using Traveler Runes, so he gets that 25% movement speed just static, just happens all the time. That should be interesting coming out from him. Using mantras, Mantra Heal there, and Mantra of Distraction. This is very much a unique Mesmer build. Very excited to see how it plays. We're seeing some innovation from a top player. That's fantastic. I can't wait to watch this game.
One thing that we're going to have to see, though, is how this Mesmer build focuses on getting those conditions off of him, because when he does get the mantras off, or when he does get the heal off, he does remove conditions. But is that going to be enough to take away the conditions that he receives from both Noskok and Backpack?
We'll see if the Condi load is too much for the Mesmer, or if the heal is actually going to make a difference there. That should be interesting to see. So I've told the teams to go ahead and ready up whenever they are good to go, and we'll see the first game of our semifinal match. First semifinal match. This is the winner's side of the bracket. So whoever actually takes this match is going to go to the finals and have their shot.
But while we're
at the
doing
big
this,
money.
I want to say I've got 120 here. I want to put 40 down.
40.
I want to put 40 down, and I want to put it on Outplayed by Children again.
Oh, no.
I want to put my money on
You're
them.
stealing my bet. I always bet on Outplayed. All right, you know what? I will match you. I believe in Hibba.
Okay.
I believe in Hibba's new build.
We're putting it forward.
$40.
You guys cannot see this, but we're putting it forward.
Loser puts money into the pot. All right, let's do this, guys. So not a lot of pre-might stacking coming out from either team here. Going ahead, and they're just in that feeler out stage, you know, trying to kite each other, trying to see which team blinks first. Grenades coming out from Backpack right away, but none of them are going to connect. Great just, you know, kiting from both teams here. Neither team is really wanting to overcommit.
Yeah, I mean, both teams know what's happening. What happens if they do overcommit. Both teams incredibly bursty in their own fashion. Red team, you know, has a lot of that Condi.
Oh, Backpack is going to get mowed.
But a lot of Condi coming out on change here, and I don't know if he's going to be able to get it back. He has both of his heals ready to go, but he's sitting there at 50%. A lot of pressure coming out from both teams here. Both teams have someone in very, very low. Noskok under some decent pressure, but it was all eaten up by Death Shroud there. I don't know. I don't even know where to go with this. I don't even know what to say at this point.
Nas has popped his Plague Form, just getting that added survivability. They've kind of split blue team a little bit, but they're able to get back together pretty fast. You know, they did a great job, both teams, of just mitigating that early burst. Backpack is now at half health. Nas just a little bit, about 75%. Neither team really blinked there. This is going to be, I think, a very long, drawn-out fight where they try to catch the other team off guard and get one quick kill.
Both teams,
it's going to come down to whichever team can get the first kill, I think.
Both teams definitely respect each other, but a huge burst coming out on Backpack, and he's dropped into the downstate almost immediately. Noskok is going to have to try to get it back, but I don't know if he can. That buff to Necromancers being able to do anything in Death Shroud has not come yet, so I don't think that he's going to be able to get his ally up, and Backpack is going down, I believe. Noskok under some heavy pressure now. We're going to have to see how this plays out with Backpack down and Noskok forced into a 1v2 with no HP, and there he goes into the downstate. It looks like Heba and Skovex are taking this first game. It looks like you have a chance at some money today.
Wow. It was that quick burst that went out on Backpack that just totally caught outplayed by Children.
We saw Skovex jump immediately onto him. I mean, you can tell in TeamSpeak they were just literally saying 3, 2, 1, and then he just blew up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we saw the Mesmer pop that huge shatter burst on him with the Great Sword. We saw Skovex jump immediately onto him and drop. They dropped Backpack from 100 to about 30% health in 1 second.
Wow.
If that.
That was a lot of bursts, and again, it just Nas was not ready. Did not expect Backpack to go down there. Did his best, but he got interrupted going for the res, and then just couldn't recover.
And that's
from
the thing. That's the thing. Unfortunately, with Backpack, if Backpack gets pressured or Noskok get pressured, if either of them go into the downstate, if they lose the control of the engagement there's not a lot of ways for them to get each other up. So. They have the Plague Form ability to get that stability up and res up. If you pop the res and pop the stability on the Plague Form, it'll go through and you'll be plagued while you're resing your teammate. Backpack doesn't really have too many options other than, I believe, Elixir S, which I think I remember him seeing. Let's go down into the game cam and take a look. It looks like Backpack is trolling us with the flamethrower there.
The flamethrower. Let's see
I
if he
believe
sticks
for
with
that
it. No,
early,
he switched to Elixir S.
Yeah, so he has the Elixir S. We're going to see no changes coming out from either team, it looks like. So we're going to have to see what happens.
Now, both teams did a really good job of just feeling each other out, not overcommitting on the start. Let's see if they're able to do that, or if one team just wants to go for the kill right off the start. No, it looks like they're feeling each other out again, just playing that kiting game. Grenades again coming out from Backpack, but he's not really connecting on any of them. Oh, but Condi Bomb just came out from Nas onto Heba. Heba able to back off, though, and stay kiting. They didn't go in for the kill there. Again, just trying to feel each other out here, not overcommitting. Both teams have a lot of range damage that they can put out. Again, another Condi Bomb goes out on Heba. He's eating a lot of Condis here, just managed to heal back up, but he had to blow both of his mantras.
Both teams just know, they are so aware of what could happen if they get out of position that they're just both, like, they're just almost to the point where they're terrified of each other. They're being very passive. It is smart play. It is smart play to be passive because you don't want to overcommit. Yeah. It is.
Moa goes out on Nas. Nas, though, able to get back using the Moa 5. So it looks like that Moa is not going to hurt him too bad. He didn't get bursted.
It actually kind of turned into their favor.
Yeah.
Because Backpack jumped immediately onto Heba, and Heba's getting pressured
is down.
way too
Heba
early.
is down. Let's see if Skovex is able to get him up here. Nas going in for the stop. He was going to Plague Form stop, but he didn't get it off.
He had the stop, but Backpack, I think Backpack actually, I couldn't tell if he got the 2 off or if Backpack accidentally pushed him back.
But
I don't know if you saw
Heba
that.
was stomped out, or cleaved out. Nas is about half health, but it's going to be really hard for Skovex to come out. He's now fighting a 2v1, fighting for his life here. No, just so much damage and Condi's coming out on Skovex. Skovex going into the downstate, and Backpack and Nas recover from their first loss. We have another game 3.
1-1.
Why is every game that we bet on going to a game 3? This is crazy. All right.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because we went from 1-0 where my $40 was on the line to now I'm back in the game.
This is awful.
And I mean, the players are doing a great job, but let's be honest. The entire point of this stream is for this money and this money alone.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing.
Yeah, whoever gets this money at the end of the tournament.
Yeah.
Whoever gets our money. But really, I just want to see you lose bets.
That's true.
So I want to see Hiba just really put the pain down on Backpack and Nas here, and Skovex doing the cleanup work. Let's go ahead and see that final game. Let's go, guys. My money's on the line here. Hiba, you better show up and play. Let's do this. So I'm looking at the builds. I'm not seeing anything. No build changes.
I'm not seeing any changes either.
Both teams have said that they will not change
Every time we
builds.
say change, by the way, it's just getting confusing.
I know.
But anyways, we're just waiting for both teams to ready up here, and then we'll get the pre-buffs underway, and they'll start up their passive dances in the beginning.
Dances again in the beginning where they just try to feel each other out.
So here we go. Both teams are readied up. I think the thing is like, there it goes.
There we go.
And
All
we're
right.
good to go.
And not seeing, again, a lot of might stacking.
Pre-buffing coming out.
Nas is doing that minion trick where you gain life force by summoning the minions
Right.
and then just letting them die when you switch the skill
So
out.
he's going in there with about 30 to 40%.
Very
which
high
is
level
good.
play again from Necromancers. Necromancers out there, if you want to learn how to gain that life force before going into a fight, which is actually very important for a Kandi Necro, go ahead and use Nas's trick. I actually learned that just by watching him stream. Or watching him on Outplayed stream. So, great trick there and good opening start from him. But besides that, not a lot of might stacking or anything like that from either team.
And here we go. Both teams just doing a little tango, a little bit of passive dancing, trying to
Nas
zone
working
each
around
other
the
out.
right, trying to see if he can get around there and
I don't know if this is a very
here.
strong. I don't know if this is a good idea of them separating with them not having any, good ability to self-peel. Noskok broke away from Backpack. I don't think that Blue really capitalized on it. I don't think that Hiba and Skovex capitalized on that bad positioning.
The second Nas went right, I was thinking to myself, man, jump on Backpack now, jump on Backpack now, and neither one of them actually bit there. Backpack kind of working around behind, caught Hiba just a little off guard there, putting some pressure out on him.
Looks like two 1v1s
Yep,
right now,
two
actually.
1v1s going down. Hiba versus Backpack, Nas versus Skovex.
But
Nas is in...
there's Nas already on Hiba, though. Hiba's going to have to get away with no heal, so he has no Kandi peels. He's going to go drop into the downstate. There he goes. Here's the thing with that build, and I don't think that they're going to get Hiba up. There he goes. There goes. Hiba is dead. And it's going to be just up to Skovex to completely 1v2 a Plague Form and Backpack, both reeling at 100% HP, and there it is. It's done.
Skovex going down.
I don't think that the build that Hiba went with was a good idea. I mean, it does have 4 instant Kandi peels, but after that, it doesn't have anything. He has to ready up the Mantra again, which is a long cast time, before he can do the next burst condition removal. I just think it wasn't enough, honestly, for the conditions.
I'm getting killed here.
I mean, I just have like a lot of money at this point.
I've got this left. That's all I got now.
I just want the viewers
so I think
to
I'm
be
up
able
to
to see this.
60 that I've had to put in the pot today. So I think we were at
Here's the
370.
thing. Here's the thing. So now that we have this, the bracket is set up so that Outplayed by Children is in the grand finals at this point.
So they're either going to take first or second here. They're in the big money. Basically.
So the next matchup that we're going to have is Hiba and Skovex, who we just saw. I mean, they did very well.
Yeah.
They lost, but they did very, very well. They took 1-2 against Outplayed by Children, the winners of TOL2, two members of that team. Dragon Waterfield is going to be going up against them. That's something that we haven't seen yet. What do you think is going to happen?
I think Dragon Waterfield has had a very good they've done a very good job just coordinating with each other, especially in the downstate game. You've seen Valor go down, and then Pizza gets that banner res almost consistently off every single time. It's going to come down to can Hiba and Skovex interrupt that banner res in the downstate game. I think the game is going to be won in the downstate. Who goes down first? How do they handle it? Honestly, I gotta believe that Hiba's gonna pull it out.
Right.
I'm really thinking Hiba and Skovex are going to take it to Dragon Waterfield and move on to the finals. But Again, Dragon Waterfield has surprised us so far. They were the 5th seed in our 5-team tournament, and they've advanced all the way to the semifinals, having some tough matches along the way, too. So this should be fun to watch. Remember, this is our 2nd semifinal. This is the losers' side of the bracket. The winner goes on to finals. The loser goes home with 3rd place. So this is a big matchup for both teams. And then we're going to take another break with another gem giveaway.
Right.
And then when we're done with the gem giveaway, we'll come back and watch the finals. Okay?
Yep.
So let's go ahead and look at the builds. I don't see any changes coming out from either team again. I would be surprised if that happened. But Hiba did switch back to Engineer. Hiba switched back to Engineer, dropping the Mesmer. I guess he decided the Mesmer wouldn't be good for this matchup. So he's going to stay on Engineer for this game. Skovex, same build, same traits, amulet, all of that. Running with the staff to do the pre-buffs, but I think we'll see him switch to Dagger before the match starts. Go ahead and look at blue team. Any changes over there?
I'm looking, but I am not finding anything here. It looks like both teams decided to do exactly what they've been doing in the past. We've got the Hambo as well as the same build that we've been seeing, the NG run with 60062 for blue team there. So it looks like both teams are going to be running things that they're comfortable with running. We'll have to see how that plays out for them. Let's get both teams ready to go, and let's get this match underway.
All right, I'm going to tell both teams to ready up.
So as soon as these teams are readied up, it looks like both teams have one each ready to go. Just want to wish both teams the best of luck, because the winner of this goes on to the grand finals against Outplayed by Children to take all of this money away from us. All of this money that is ours at the moment and take it from.
Again, winner goes to finals, so I'm pretty pumped for this match. Loser is pretty respectable. Gets 3rd place, gets some money, guaranteed money here.
Guaranteed money.
It should be noticed, or should mention, all teams that place at least made a profit today.
Yep.
They started with $5 a player, and they're going to make some money off of this.
Great.
So all these teams that we're seeing now made money today by playing Guild Wars 2. Fantastic stuff. Both teams, we're going to see a blue team doing that stealth stack that they've done before. Going to go ahead and target Skovex. They're going to put targeting on Skovex and try to bring him down right away. Interesting choice there. I think I would have targeted Hiba. And the Hambo is switching to Hiba and trying to put pressure on him.
And Hiba's back on his NG here as well. Hiba putting a lot of damage pressure in, but there's so many blocks coming out on the NG right now. He used almost all of his blocks to try to get away from that damage pressure that was coming out. But we see Hiba and Skovex both at very high amount of HP right now, with Valor and Pizza really just...
Oh, Valor just got trained down. Here we go. Let's see if the banner res is going to come out. He did go for it, and he did get it off.
It does get dropped. Hiba gets the heal off now. He's going to be good to go. Valor is still in a lot of trouble right now, and the banner is gone. Both of them are down. There it goes. Hiba and Skovex take round 1 of the losers semifinals.
You know, Valor didn't go down immediately that time. He actually did a decent job staying alive, trying to put some good self-peeling damage. But man, just the coordination between Hiba and Skovex, Hiba pulling back when the Hambo was on him, Skovex trying to peel, and then they immediately turned around and put the pressure back on Valor. A quick burst coming out from Skovex and Hiba puts Valor into the downstate, and there you go. Game 1 goes to Hiba and Skovex.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, great team name, by the way.
Yeah.
Very, very creative.
Yeah, very
creative.
Just their names.
Hiba,
you know, there you go.
Hiba, Skovex.
Yeah. All right. So going into final game, if Hiba is able to take this, Hiba and Skovex, they are going to move on to the finals. Valor and Pizza are going to have to take this game and then take the next one in order to get to finals. Loser gets 3rd place. Winner moves on to face Outplayed by Children. Who do you got here? Do you think DWF is able to pull this off?
I'm going to say, first of all, before I say this, Dragon Waterfield, I just want to say congratulations. You guys deserve the money that you guys have already won. No matter what the amount is, if you take this game or not, you guys have won enough money that you guys came out in the positive, and I am completely taken aback by this. You guys have done a fantastic job today, and I want to congratulate on that.
Yeah.
However, I do have to say Heba and Skovex have the upper hand on this.
All right, all right. Should be interesting to watch. You know, I'm gonna have to kind of agree with you here. I think just, you know, Valor is just being taken down, you know, pretty fast. It always seems to come down to Valor going down, Pizza trying to get the res, and then Pizza eating a lot of cleave while going for the res. So should be interesting if that formula changes. I just don't see it happening. I think we would go with Heba 2 here on this one. So let's go ahead and watch this next match. Again, winner, if Heba and Skovex win here, they are in the finals. If DWF wins this, they have to play one more time for a chance at finals. Both teams coming out with their swiftness buff. Both teams kind of hovered in the middle. Red team kind of hanging out now on the edges of the match for that feeler out phase of the game. Blue team did stealth up, trying to go in for some heavy pressure, but just couldn't catch up to Heba and Skovex. Heba and Skovex just kiting around right now.
What I think they were trying to do is they were trying to pull them into a choke. What the premise of that is that Skovex can sit there and drop a ton of AoE damage pressure with the dagger skills on his LE weapon kit, and then Heba can just toss grenades endlessly on both of them. But unfortunately for them, Blue team did not fall for that. Dragon Water Field was too smart for that move, and it just came to this here. However, Valor is under a lot of damage pressure, as we saw before in the last round.
And there just went down.
Skovex
huge
takes
fire
him down.
grab coming out from Skovex there. Skovex going for the stop, but no, the banner res came out, and they're able to flip and put a lot of pressure on Heba.
And Heba's going to be dropped into the downstate.
Heba into the downstate. Going for the stomp.
The stomp is coming out. The Endure Pain is up. I don't know if he's going to be able to get it, though. There's the stomp.
Yes, he got it off.
I can't believe this. I can't believe this. It could come down to this. It could come down to this.
Skovex is able to down Pizza.
Is he going to be able to get it? Is he going to be able to get it?
Coming out.
Is he going to be able to get it?
He got the stealth res up.
He got the stealth res.
But Skovex has a lot of health. Oh, but he eats that CC chain.
I don't think he's going to be able to. I don't think he's going to be able to get away from this. And there he goes into the downstate.
Wow!
I can't believe it. It's 1-1 in the losers semifinals here, with Heba and Skovex taking a loss from Dragon Waterfield. I cannot believe it.
Wow, that was incredible. You know, we had the downstate game there coming into huge
and
play.
that banner is just saving them.
Oh
my gosh.
That banner.
It's such a saving grace. You know, it's like one of those things where we're going to see it on the forums tomorrow, where it's going to be a situation where we're going to see, why is banner not banned?
Yeah.
Ban the banner.
No.
We're going to see it all over the forums, but
I'm going to tell you, though, right now, the best play was not the banner. It was the stealth res coming out from Valor when Pizza went down. Because, you know, Skovex is in a 1v2, and he could have gotten it. If he downed Pizza, and gosh, Valor was so low. Valor was so low on health, and then he's able to get the stealth res. And just no cleave damage came out from Skovex there, but he almost took a 1v2.
Almost.
Had he gotten that stop.
It would have been,
but
I would have been pretty
that
surprised if he would have been able to pull that off.
Yeah.
He was close. He was close.
He was pretty close. All right, let's see if either team is going to switch anything up.
Let's
We're
go
just
back
waiting
into
on
the,
Valor to get back into the arena or get back onto his team.
Let's go back into the game cams and check it out. We're just looking at Valor trying to get in here. I think Valor's checking his rump at the moment to make sure that there's not a tear back there after some of the things that has been happening to him today.
He had that clutch stealth res in the last game. That was huge. Great play from Valor on that one. Just gave his team the victory there with that clutch stealth. Fantastic. I can't wait to see this game 3. Remember, guys, loser goes home. Winner goes on to finals. Man, just it doesn't get any better than this. Guild Wars 2 PvP at its finest. Let's go ahead and see how the teams start off. Match is about to start. Again, Pizza with that Warhorn buff, giving his team vigor, which is about to wear off, and some swiftness. Should be interesting to see how this game goes. Had a little bit of lag on the start. Neither team complains, so they're going to go ahead and play it off.
So this is 1-1. Whoever wins this goes to the grand finals to vie for that big cash prize.
A lot of coordination, again, coming from the blue team. They do that stealth opener every single time. They didn't eat a lot of cleave damage coming in, but, you know, red team smart. They saw that their opponents were stealth. They just sort of backed off and forced them into that choke play that we saw. Blue team, though, really good at feeling that out and not running into that choke point. So they're just, both teams just sort of kiting here, feeling each other out.
Just waiting for a little bit of combat to happen. Both teams just kind of trying to keep their spacing. They know that if they make a mistake, it could be their opportunity at winning a bunch of money out the window.
Yeah.
And there it is.
Heba took some pressure, but was able to back off. Valor now is the target of Skovex. Skovex and Heba both jumping on him.
Both teams just trying to find a very good target for them to get on. Looks like Valor became that target. Valor is getting low already. Valor is already at 10% HP. He might be going down soon, and we're going to have to see how they get him down. Skovex is getting under a little bit of pressure now, too.
Valor.
Valor is doing a great job of self-peeling. He got that stealth off and made sure that he could get away, but Skovex and Heba are not letting him get away with it. They're putting down a lot of pressure. There goes the crate from Heba. Tons of pressure coming out. Valor is down, and now Pizza gets the banner off, it looks like.
Oh my gosh, great banner res.
So how are they going to return from this? Valor is under heavy pressure right now, and I don't think he has a heal for a couple of seconds here, and he doesn't. It's 3 seconds long or away, and
back
he's
in the down state.
Heba's going to probably be able to get that
Pizza's going to have to go for a hard res here. That's going to be a lot of AoE
They're
cleave.
just going to drop a ton of damage pressure there, and Valor's going to be dropped into the full dead state, and Pizza is going into down, and that's victory. It looks like Heba and Skovex retain that earlier composure that they had and take it 2-1. So, I mean, what did you see there?
There we go. Well, first of all, congratulations to Dragon Waterfield. Okay, we hadn't heard of these guys. We hadn't seen much of them in the competitive scene. At least we haven't. And so they did a great job today, coming out and advancing all the way to the semifinals. They win third place. They're in the money. But we're going to have our finals, our 2 top seeds. Heba and Skovex versus Outplayed by Children, which is Nas and Backpack today. All high-level players. All champions, winners of their respective Tournament of Legends too. So this is going to be a great finals to watch. Now, before we get to finals, we are going to do another gem giveaway. And I do want to mention you have to be following the stream in order to win the gems. Okay, so go ahead and hit the follow button down at the bottom in order to win the gems. Again, we're going to do hashtag screen wipe. Go ahead and start spamming that when Goris is ready. Hashtag screen wipe to win the gems, but you have to be following the channel. When we come back, we're going to watch the finals of the People's Tournament. It is going to be a best of 5. Best of 5. So can't wait to see it. All right, guys. See you in a second. We're going to take a quick break and hand out the gems, and then we'll have the finals for you. All right, guys, and we are back. Now, first, we have the winner of the gem giveaway. I want to give a shout-out to Goes_Kills.
Congratulations, buddy.
Kills. He has won the gems. So make sure that you've gotten in touch with Trevor on our Twitch stream to go ahead and get your gems. Trevor does a fantastic job for us producing the show and running our Twitch stream. So just a quick shout-out to him. Make sure that you get in touch with him to win the gems. Now, we are at Grand Finals time.
Grand Finals time.
I believe the pot is over $400 now if we take into account all of our bets today. Okay. So I want to do one more bet.
All right.
I want to do one more bet here. It is best of 5. If Outplayed wins the first set, they take it. If Hiba and Skovex are able to reset the bracket, we will go into a second best of 5. I think that Outplayed is going to take this in the first set. I'm betting $40 on Hiba. So if I lose the bet, I'll have to put $40 more into the pot. What you got?
I'm gonna say, first of all, I'm gonna check your wager with $40.
Okay.
I still have all this money.
Yes, you do.
So I still win no matter what.
But I want some money.
Second
I want
of
some
all,
money. Okay.
I won't put anything because this is very far fetched.
You're getting cocky.
This is very far fetched.
All right. Let's see.
I'm gonna say best of 5.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say 3-1. Hiba and Skovex take the first set.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna say 3-2. Hiba and Skovex take it all.
So you're betting on
that
Hiba,
is my
Hiba
bet.
and Skovex.
That is my bet.
All right.
I for me to win, all of those conditions have to be met.
Okay.
So if Hiba and Skovex win by anything other than that, you still win this bet.
You know, I feel like this is a pity bet, considering all the bets I've lost today.
This perhaps
that's what I really feel.
This perhaps is a pity bet. I'm sorry.
You're killing me. All right.
But anyway.
So let's do this. Looking at the builds here, I did notice that Hiba is sticking with the Mesmer in this matchup. Why do you think he's going with the Mesmer build in this matchup when we just saw him play NG in the semifinals? Why do you think that is? Do you got any thoughts on that?
No, none at all.
he's just doing it, right? You know, I think it's maybe he thinks he can get the burst damage off on Backpack or Nas and bring one of them down quickly.
I think his main thing is that he wants to stay as range as possible, but he also wants to get as much burst down as possible. I think that Hiba thinks that he can get Backpack down as quick as humanly possible with Skovex there, that they're going to be able to burst Backpack down instantaneously and turn this into a 1v2 that they know that they can win versus Noskok. I think that is the premise, but we'll have to see because, again, if they focus on Hiba, he's not going to be able to get back from that because he has that burst condition peel, but outside of that, it's very hard to peel those conditions off unless Skovex is literally just holding his hand through it.
One thing that I'd like to see in this matchup is just a better use of Moa. You know, every single time that they've Moa'd a member of the red team, you haven't seen much damage be put out on that person. I think, Backpack and Nas have both been Moa'd in the previous time that these two teams fought, but you didn't see a lot of damage coming out after the Moa, which is kind of the point. You want to Moa your focus target and lay some damage on them. But that didn't really happen in the first time we saw these two teams fight. So both teams have readied up, and we're going to see the first match in our best of 5 finals here at the People's 2v2 tournament. The pot is over $400. If Outplayed by Children wins, I am not going to have to put more money into the pot. I feel like I funded a lot of this tournament just in my terrible bets. So let's see it. Let's go ahead and see how the splits go. Blue team did stack a decent amount of swiftness here. They do have about 8 seconds remaining of it, but again, we were seeing that kiting game coming from both teams. Both
the tango.
Teams, very high-level players. All 4 of these guys are very, very, very high-level players. They know that whichever team blinks first and gets caught out in the open
I think what needs to happen is if we do another tournament like this, it needs to be called So You Think You Can Dance. I think that's what needs to happen. This is the So You Think You Can Dance 2v2 tournament. That's what this is.
Again, Nas kind of got caught away from Backpack. Both Hiba and Skovex have kind of figured that out. Backpack doing a good job peeling for his teammate. Nas, though, taking a decent amount of damage. He's almost at half health here, and he got Moa'd. Moa did come out.
But Nas peels away. Skovex has to use a lot of his water heals.
Nas is eating a lot of damage now.
Still in the Moa. There's
he's down.
A 6K fire grab coming out from Skovex onto Noskok to drop him into the down state there. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Noskok is down.
Backpack going for the stealth res. Not a lot of cleave damage coming out from the team, though. So Backpack is able to get Nas up. Nas is able to heal, and red team is back in the fight, outplayed, avoiding that scare.
Now Skovex is the one under a lot of trouble here. He doesn't have a lot of self-peels readily available for him. Water is still on cooldown for another 5 seconds, and even if he gets that, it's not going to be enough heals, and he goes into the downstate because of that. Noskok and Backpack are going to be able to probably get that stomp off as soon as they can, unless they get just enough damage cleave. But either way, Noskok's putting down a lot of poison, a lot of pressure is coming out from Backpack, and I think that this is going to be over right now. I think Outplayed is going to take this 1-0 here. And
yeah, I'm just not seeing Hiba taking a 1v2 now, especially with his health being so low here. Nas doing a great job, and Backpack avoiding the early scare there of Nas going down.
And
Backpack with that
damage.
clutch stealth res, and there comes the damage. Outplayed by Children, is
stealth res
able to recover.
That stealth res was absolutely everything. Yeah. I think the thing that we've seen today most of all is the tenacity for people to literally just bend down for those reses, and how much of a difference those resurrections can make on a fight if you're able to get it off.
It is all about the downstate. It is all about the downstate in this game. And a lot of people gripe about that, but I think it's a great thing about Guild Wars 2 PvP. I think
it's definitely
it makes
something
it unique.
interesting.
It makes it special. It's like special teams in football. You know, you got to really master the downstate game if you're going to come out on top. And you're seeing this today with all these high level players, all these great plays coming in from the downstate.
Right.
So,
exactly.
All right, Outplayed takes this 1-0.
I'm just
so
saying,
far.
like
1-0, you're in danger.
Well, here's the thing. This is something that's good for you, but it's also good for me because remember that the bet was they don't just win.
Yeah, that's true.
The other team has to get some victories for my conditions to be met. So this could be good for me as well. We'll have to see.
Okay.
So let's go right back into the game cam here and let's check it out.
All right, I don't see any changes from either team. Just doing a quick check for that. Hiba loves trolling with the flamethrower, though, every single time. I love you. Oh,
That's
not Hiba, sorry,
that would be
Backpack.
Backpack.
Yeah, I was looking at Backpack, and I meant Backpack. So Backpack, thank you. Oh, it's for the. I'm being told it's for the buff. Okay, so he's not actually trolling. He is trying to buff himself there. Again, Nas doing that minion master summons at the very start, just so he can get the Death Shroud. Very key, especially in a 2v2 tournament, that a Necro starts with some Death Shroud so he can get some of that Death Shroud burst off at the very start. Hiba staying with his current build, and again, the staff play coming out from Skovex just for the start, and then we'll see him switch to Dagger when the match begins. So both teams are ready, so I'm going to go ahead and tell them to ready up.
Last chance to nail down your strategy.
And as soon as both teams are ready, we'll get it underway. Here we go. 6 seconds until we get into the match here. Both teams getting a little bit of pre-buff, not too much, because as we know, we have that So You Think You Can Dance phase in the beginning here. Backpack and Nos get off 6 stacks of might here that probably are going to fade before we even get into it. But actually, both teams being rather aggressive on the bottom, the south side here of the map. Both teams trying to take down each other, put in some early pressure, and see if they can't find a good target to get on as soon as they possibly can. But as we have seen in the past, there we go, and here comes the tango.
So circling the map, trying to feel each other out. You know, it was interesting last time. Outplayed made that mistake where they split up, and Nas kind of got caught out in the open. He ate a MOA, and then he immediately went to the downstate. Should be interesting to see if they're going to do that again. If Outplayed's going to, try to
it looks like they're trying to stay together. It looks like Backpack's just kind of staying next to Noskok and just trying to get some grenades out, get some CC pressure out as much as they possibly can with some.
Oh, Nas kind of overcommitted here. Let's see if they're going to punish him. Nas going in for a burst on Skovex. Skovex got Condi bombed and pulled by Backpack. Backpack now trying to run through his burst chain.
Backpack went to crate, but he actually canceled it. It looks like Backpack's trying to get some good damage pressure on Skovex.
Popped misform.
Hiba's low as well, though. Hiba and Skovex are both trying to get back from taking a lot of damage pressure. Hiba has 1 charge left on his healing mantra, and Skovex is hurting at the moment, but he's got his water, so he should be fine. But
Hiba just went down. Hiba just went down. Skovex going to go try for the res. Nas really not in position yet. Now finally laying out the cleave.
There's the Plague Stomp coming out, and it looks like, the Stomp got canceled because Hiba moved. Hiba did the downstate.
Hiba gets cleaved out. Skovex is going to go down, and
that's
Outplayed.
Too low. That is too low. So it looks like. What did I say? Was it 3-2?
You said it was. You said at first it was going to be 3-1 and then 3-2.
Okay, well, so then I lost.
Yes, you did.
So you
yes,
you
give me
did
my
win
money.
this.
Give me my money.
But
my money's still on the line.
Your money is still on the line.
You know, we need Outplayed to still win here for me to get double here.
So we'll give this to him.
This is Hirex's money. Hirex's money. This is good stuff. This stays with me. It's going to go into the pot. So we've got $40 more going into the pot there. But you know,
we do still have one more match at least, potentially 3 more matches. Yeah. Potentially.
But we are in tournament point right now. If Outplayed wins the next game, Outplayed's going to take the People's Tournament. I think pretty much rolling through the top of the bracket, no problem. So
right.
Going to be interesting to see. Heba, you got to win this one if you're going to stay alive. So Heba and Skovex are going to have to pull out something new. I did see that game. Again, Nas got Moa'd in the middle of the game. But again, no pressure coming out. Again, so they've only been able to get one good Moa pressure.
That's the thing about Moa. That's the thing about Moa. It could go either way. I mean, if you cast it and they just happen to dodge, it's screwed unless you're able to get it canceled in time. You can sheath your weapon or you can dodge roll out of it. Either way, you can cancel that animation and you can try again in 4 seconds or 3 seconds or whatever.
They need to try to coordinate some CC after they get the Moa.
If you get the Moa, it has to be immediately followed by an immobilize, because what that Moa is going to do immediately, what we see, is instantly try to dash away from all of the pressure. And if the Moa is able to do that, they're going to be able to start running around, use their dodges, and try to sustain during that time frame of which they're stuck in that Moa. And if they get that 5, they have a good chance of being able to do that. So there needs to be immediate CC following that Moa.
I mean, honestly, when I'm Moa'd, I don't even press any other button. I just use the 5 and try to get out of there as quickly as possible. All right, so keep that in mind. New players, if you get Moa'd, just hit 5, pointing in the direction that you want to go. Hit 5 and get out of there as quickly as possible. It's a great escape at the very least. Being Moa'd isn't the best, but there is a way to get out of it. So both teams are going ahead and getting their buffs stacked. Not a lot of might, again, no might stacking coming out, but some swiftness popping out for the blue team. They're going to go into that kiting phase again. I refuse to reference that show because they're not paying us money. The So You Think You Dance tournament. We're not going to do that unless they pay us. But here we go. Backpack getting some pressure early on. Able to avoid a lot of it, though. Really trying to put the pain out on Change.
with the Elixir Elite.
Elixir X.
Can't believe what I'm seeing here.
Yeah,
Backpack under a lot of pressure here. Probably got a little bit too cocky with that. We'll have to see how they retaliate with that.
Nas
Backpack
getting
still
Moa'd
taking a lot of
again.
pressure.
Nas is Moa'd again. Heba is trying to train him, but Nas is able to kite again. Another Moa that really didn't hurt Nas too much.
And
but at the flip side, Backpack under pressure.
And I don't see Noskok being able to get this.
Skovex with the misform stomp. Wow. And they're focusing now on Nas. Nas is going to have to take a 2v1, or a 1v2, sorry. Going to try to take a 1v2, putting some pressure down on Heba, but Nas going into the downstate. Heba with the stomp, and that's it.
Clutch the victory.
Heba and Skovex come back.
I think that's
2-1. They
now.
avoid elimination. We are still in tournament point, though. Still in tournament point.
2-1.
If Outplayed wins this next one, they still win the tournament. But, man, wow. Interesting choice by Heba to not use Supply Crate and to kind of go with that Elixir Elite. I haven't seen a lot of NGs
I think what
that.
he was wanting is the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the premise was, but that's definitely what he was going for. He definitely did not want the Tornado. That was not his intention at all. But I believe that he wanted to get that Juggernaut so he could put a lot of CC down with the extra health bonus that it provides and extra toughness and everything. It has a lot of survivability, and he can just start getting in there and bodying the enemy team while Noskok is just sitting there and just throwing stuff at them endlessly. I think that was the premise. I mean, that's all I can think of.
We'll see. All right, well, both teams are readied up. And we're going to see again.
Let's check up into the game
tournament
cams
point again. Heba and Skovex avoided elimination last game by taking down Backpack pretty quickly. Let's see if they're able to do that again, or is Outplayed by Children on this game. 2-1 in favor of Outplayed. Let's see how they start. Again, you see that swiftness buff coming out from
just
from
a little
Ellie,
bit.
giving it to Heba. Just a little bit, not a lot of blast finishers.
Gave themselves just the tip of the swiftness.
Yes, just a little bit of swiftness. Backpack still with his perma swiftness, courtesy of Speedy Kits. Skovex eats a quick overcharge shot. Nas, though, seems to be training Heba at the same time. So, again, both teams seem to be focusing on engaging players in 1v1s instead of a full-on 2-on-1 burst chain. Nas putting more pressure on Heba. Heba, though, able to escape a lot of it, goes underneath the bridge, popping some heals, charging up some mantras again, just not eating a lot of damage yet from the Condis. Backpack, though, able to put some CC on. That hurt Heba a lot. Heba's now going into the downstate, or at least was about to go into the downstate. Now he is. But Skovex was right there to try to heal.
Skovex was able to get him up, and I don't
Nas
think
going for the
to.
stomp. Nas is able to get the stomp. This could be bad. This could be bad for Skovex. Skovex downed
is
as well.
dead.
Outplayed's going to take the tournament.
That is it.
3-1. Outplayed by Children.
3-1.
Congratulations, Outplayed by Children. You guys have won the DPS People's Championship or People's Tournament. You guys have won the money. Congratulations, guys.
So you do get to keep that.
Yes.
So you won. I mean,
yes,
you
I
get
do.
to. You started with 100,
and I get this back, so I don't have to put that into the pot, right?
Yeah.
Because I called Outplayed.
Yeah.
So
So
I get a little.
what is the total pot at right now?
So I believe we are at 430. 430.
four some-
430.
something like that.
$430. Yes, because yep, that is it. It is $430 going to the teams
top
that
three
placed.
teams.
I believe the pot split is 60. Let's see, 60-30-10. I believe is the way we split the pot. So 60-30-10. All teams that placed today won money.
Right.
Won a share of the $430 pot. So congratulations to you guys. Fantastic tournament. You know, we saw a lot of high-level play here today. A lot of really close matches, too. I mean, let's count up how many matches were real fast, just 2-1. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
5 of our matches were 2-1. That's fantastic. Fantastic level of play from all teams involved. So thank you guys for registering.
And that's not
thank you guys
that's
for
not
playing
just
our tournament today.
That's not just 5. That's 5 of the 7 possible 2-1 matches.
Yes.
So that's fantastic. So as Czech was just saying, I just want to say thank you to all the teams that came out. Thank you to all the viewers that watched. We were completely blown away with the amount of people that checked this out.
That was unexpected. We got a great viewer count.
Yeah,
that was fantastic.
It was good. It was good. So thank you again. I do want to say I believe it's Thursday or Friday.
Right now we're kind of in a flux with State of the Miss. Right now we are trying to decide what day we want to do it on because it's been an adventure. We've been trying to coordinate with teams on when we can have them on. So normally we do State of the Miss once a week, and it's towards the end of the week, so either Thursday or Friday. I think this week it'll probably be on Friday. So look for an announcement just a little bit later on a State of the Miss cast. Last week I know we had a fantastic interview with Heba and members of Cheese Mode, Zapdos as well, with Jebro doing the interview. If you guys want, you can go ahead and go to our YouTube page and catch the replay of that. We posted it in the forums, or you can just watch the VOD here on our Twitch stream. But State of the Miss is every week, hosted by either myself or Jebro. So that's something to look forward to. But this week, more importantly, in the land of PvP, we have Tournament of Glory signups closing. Okay, DPS is running the NA scene. Misspedia is running the EU scene. All right, and you need to sign up this week. Sign up by Friday if you want to play in the Tournament of Glory. Keep in mind, Tournament of Glory is pretty big. It's pretty important.
Huge.
All right, because if you win Tournament of Glory, you're going to get Ascended Armor.
Right.
Okay, which is awesome because Ascended crafting is really, really
pain.
hard, and
Yep.
I would rather not do it if I could win it playing PvP.
Exactly.
And on top of that, if you make top 8 for Tournament of Glory in your respective region, you're going on to the big show. You're
Right.
going on to the World
And
Tournament
talk about the
Series.
prize for that.
That's going to be awesome because the first WTS tournament is going to be in China, and you're going to have a shot at $50,000.
That's a lot of this.
That's a lot of this.
That is a very
all right. Well,
big
more
amount
so
of
of
this.
him, but you know that's like this times like 10,000. Okay, that's incredible. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. That if you want a shot at that money, you got to play in the Tournament of Glory. You have to place top 8, which means you have to sign up. Signups are going to close on September 5th, Friday, September 5th. Make sure that you've signed up by that point. Signups have been a little slow, so I'd like to see more of you guys come out. We're finally seeing some money tournaments.
And just before we forget, we want to announce the winner of the last gym giveaway. That winner is Yufio, Yupphio. So congratulations, Yufio. You have won that giveaway. I believe that's our last giveaway of the day.
That is.
Congratulations again. One last thing, I want to make sure that everybody is able to keep up to date with us. If you guys follow us on this stream, you guys should have done this for the giveaway anyways, but if you guys follow us on the stream, you guys are going to be able to get email notifications whenever we have an event, as well as if you follow us on Twitter, which I believe there's a link below, that if you follow us on there, you'll be able to get updates whenever we're preparing for something. You'll know whenever we're live on something. You'll know.
And I also want to give a special shout out to the musicians that provided us music. So go ahead and follow them down at the bottom of our channel as well. Get some free music.